challenging at points. All right, we'll start with some breathing though. So when you're ready, we'll lay on back. Find a neutral spine position, pocket of air underneath the low back. Palms down. Let's inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. As you inhale, feel your rib cage open. As you exhale, pull the rib cage together, belly button to spine. A few big breaths, just checking in with your body, pushing away the thoughts from outside. And again, we're gonna go through the classical sequence in order that Joseph Pilates did. It can get to be somewhat intermediate advanced, so I will give some modifications, but I'm also gonna go through the more intermediate options. With this, with some of the exercises, there are some like rollovers where you're rolling on your back. If you have any back issues, I would say don't do that. So a good modification for any of the rollover exercises is to just find a tabletop position, a little scoop to find a little tuck here, like a little reverse curl, or you could always just do some like crunches. All right, the first exercise is going to be our hundreds. So with the hundreds, there's lots of modifications for that. You can keep your feet flat down on the ground. You can take the legs to tabletop, 90 or a challenge position. You can keep the head down, or you can be up into a chest lift. But the whole goal of hundreds is to be breathing in for 5 counts, out for 5 counts, for 100 counts, reaching your fingertips nice and long, scooping through the core. All right. You decide how you'd like to do your hundreds today. When you're ready, we're gonna come into our hundreds, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 30, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 40, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 50, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 60, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 70, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 80, 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, 90, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5, set it on down. Take a big inhale and an exhale. Let your knees sway side to side. Perfect. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Arms come up overhead, palms face each other. We're gonna go into a few roll-ups. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. You can always reach for the thighs. Scooping on up into our roll-up. You're gonna forward fold and then stack back up nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, C curve. One bone at a time, nice and controlled, finding the core work. Inhaling at the bottom, exhale, chin to chest. Scooping on up, using the core, trying not to use momentum, forward folding. Inhale. Exhale, nice and slow, one bone at a time, all the way down. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest, C-curve scooping, all the way on up. We're gonna finish this one by coming all the way back down to the mat with an inhale, exhale, nice and slow, warming up the core here. Perfect. Our next one is a rollover. So that is where the legs are gonna come up overhead. If that is not available to you today, stick with what we were just doing, our roll up. So just chin to chest, rolling on up. This would be our modification. If you're gonna go into the rollover, you're gonna inhale, exhale, C-curve scoop, one bone at a time, all the way down. As you come down, palms find the mat, legs come up overhead. They reach back towards the back wall. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow, one bone at a time, all the way down. Legs come back down to the mat. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, chin to chest. We're gonna do 2 more. You could always just stick with the roll up. Again, if your spine is not healthy, I would stick with just this. Inhale, exhale, C-curve scoop. Hands come down to the mat. Trying to not use momentum, but use your core. The legs come up and over. Nice and slow, one bone at a time, all the way down, finding those low abs. Legs come down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, last one. Chin to chest. C-curve scooping all the way on up. Forward folding, stacking back up, nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow. Palms find the mat. Legs come up overhead. Inhale, exhale, all the way back down. Perfect. With those rollovers, you don't want to be going back to the neck. It's only back to the shoulders. So you should not feel anything there on the neck. Also, a lot of these exercises are more intermediate. Again, if this is the first time you come here, this is not what we normally do. We normally do some more modern takes on Pilates. Every once in a while, I like to throw in the classic just so you can see where you're at, if you've progressed, or what things you'd like to work on. All right, you're gonna keep your head down. Left leg is gonna extend down to the mat. Right leg is gonna go up to 90. Hands find the mat. We're gonna draw a big circle. So this is our one leg circle. That leg nice and straight is gonna go across the body, back down, out to the side, and back up to 90. As you do this, you press the left hip down into the mat, not letting the left feet, the left leg move at all. It's our one leg circle. You should use your core to control that leg. Next time we get up to 90, we're reversing that circle out to the side, back down, around and up. Trying to find length with the legs. So reaching the toes, but using your core to not let the body sway side to side. We do one more in this direction, nice and controlled. Once you get up to 90, you can bring that knee into the chest, give a little tug, release for the hip. And we'll go over to our other side. Right leg down to the mat. Keep that right leg anchored to the mat. Left leg goes up to 90. You're gonna cross across the body, nice and controlled, drawing those big one leg circles, using your core. The goal is to get the leg straight, finding length in the leg. It's 3 in each direction. Nice and slow and controlled, using your core to move that leg in the hip socket. We reverse. Breathing through this. Feeling that rotation in the hip and using your core to control that circle. Pause when you get up to 90. Bring the knee into the chest, little tug. Inhaling and exhaling. All right, we're gonna roll ourselves up to seated. The next exercise is gonna be rolling like a ball. So again, like I said with these rollover exercises, you wanna go back to the shoulders, you don't wanna go back to the neck. So if you go back to the neck, that could potentially hurt the neck. 2 options here, modification, rolling like a ball. You just come up onto your sits bones and you find your balance here in that rolling like a ball position. So just lifting up the feet, finding that little tuck, feet just lift, and we're holding in a nice position here. This is our modification. If you want to add the full exercise on, make sure you have enough room to roll back behind. Feet lift up. You're going to inhale, exhale, tilt to slowly roll back to the shoulders. Inhale, exhale to come up to that seated position. As we go through this rolling like a ball, try not to use momentum. Try to take it nice and slow as you come back to the shoulders, using your core to go both ways, and try to keep the same angle in the legs. Don't let the heels come in, don't let the heels go out. It's that same little rolling like a ball position the whole time you go through. Let's do 2 more like this. Nice and slow and controlled. It's a core work here. Last one. And bring it up to seated. You can take a little forward fold, butterfly the knees if that feels good. All right. We're gonna roll all the way back down onto our backs. We're going into our single leg stretch. So 1 leg stretch. For this, you can keep your head down, or you can come into a chest lift. Right knee is gonna come to the chest. Hands are staggered on the shin. Outside hand is low, inside hand is in, but you're not pulling on the knee, you're on the shin. You're gonna pull that knee in as you press the leg away, and then we switch with our exhale. Inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. If you wanna add that chest lift, you can. Try to bend at the bra line, scooping through the core. Find length with the legs. It's an opposition here. You're pulling the knee in as you press the leg away. Trying not to rock side to side, trying to imprint your spine into the mat. We're breathing in and out. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you're nice and even and set it on down. Take a big inhale and an exhale. Next one is our double leg stretch. So options here. Your head is either gonna stay down the whole time or you're gonna be up in a chest lift the whole time. I'm gonna show head down first, and then I'm gonna move into a chest lift. Tuck the knees in towards the chest, arms are out nice and, elbows are out nice and wide. Inhale, exhale, arms and legs reach out in opposition, and then you windmill the arms around to come back into that little ball. If you're adding the chest lift, you keep the head up, same thing, reaching those legs out to 45, not letting the back arch. And again, finding opposition in the body. Feel like you're reaching the toes and fingertips away from each other and then tucking up in that little ball. Nice and control. We do this one a lot even during my normal classes, both the single leg and the double leg. Take it nice and slow and find that stretch. We're gonna do one more like this. Bring it on in and set it on down. Good job, guys. Again, if at any point you need to take a sip of water, take a break, feel free to do that. To get through the 45 minutes, I'm gonna be doing quick pace, one exercise through the next. All right. Our next one is our spine stretch. So roll yourself or press yourself back up to a seated position. Options here, option one, legs are nice and straight. They're about hip distance apart, shoulders are over hips. A modification, if this is too much for the hips, you can bend the knees as we go into our spine stretch. Arms come straight out in front, collarbone down, collarbone open, shoulders down. It's gonna be an inhale, exhale, reach the fingertips away as you feel like you got punched in the stomach. Inhale to stack back up nice and tall. Inhale, exhale, reach. So instead of reaching down, you're reaching forward. You're feeling that stretch in the top of the spine. A few more like this. It's like a C curve. Belly button to spine. Reach those fingertips. Stack back up nice and tall. One last one. Inhale, exhale, reach. Gaze comes down. Inhale, stack back up nice and tall. Good job, guys. All right. We're going into rocker with open legs. This is kind of like the rolling up like a ball. There are two options here. Modification. You can go back to where you're just holding this position here. If you're going into the full open leg with the rocker, you would just find your balance here. Again, maybe you just do tabletop, find your balance. Maybe you do the open leg. You decide. If you're adding on the full version, I'm only gonna do about 3 of these. Hands come out to the ankles, inhale. Exhale, just like our rolling like a ball. And then you come back up to that position. 2 more like this. Again, not going to the neck, just the shoulders, trying to use the core. Last one, nice and controlled. Perfect. Forward fold, take a nice inhale and an exhale. Again, modifications, they're just holding this position is a lot as well to find the core. All right. We're gonna roll all the way back down to the mat for corkscrew. Again, I'm gonna give a modification for this, and then I'm gonna also do the full version. Modification, laying all the way down. The legs are gonna extend to 90. You're gonna draw a circle in one direction, pause, draw a circle in the other direction, pause. This is kind of like our hip twist. You're keeping everything nice and flat here, just drawing some circles using your core. Full version is gonna include a rollover. So again, you can stick with that if you wanna do the full version. Legs go straight out in front, inhale, exhale, legs are gonna come up and over. You're gonna go over to the right side, rolling nice and slow, down on your spine, down to the right, 45 over to the left side, and you roll it back up on the left side, back to center, all the way back down. I'm gonna do one more reversing that. So again, legs straight out in front, inhale, exhale, up and over. Now we go to the left side, nice and slow down on that side, rolling around to 45, back over to the right side, carefully rolling up on the right side, back to center, and slowly coming all the way back down. Good job, guys. Take an inhale and an exhale. That is corkscrew. Coming back up to a seated position. So coming up to seated, we go into our saw. For this one, legs can be legs straight, knees bent, whatever feels comfortable for you. Full version is legs are straight, about mat distance apart. Arms come out to a T, palms facing down. Inhale. Exhale, you're gonna feel an up and over here. Up, over, pulse, pulse, saw. Back palm flips up. Unflex, unrotate, over to the other side. As we do this, try to keep your heels grounded. Feet are flexed, heels are grounded. And you find the rotation first, then the flex. Nice and controlled. Perfect. I'm gonna do one more each side. And then coming all the way up to stacked. Perfect. All right, we're gonna go into a prone position now. So when you're ready, all the way prone on our bellies. I'm gonna start with the swan. Joseph Pilates does the swan dive here, so I'll go into that more intermediate advanced exercise too. Gaze is down, hands are underneath shoulders. Press your pubic bone down. Pull belly button to spine and reach the toes like the thighs can lift up off the mat. As you inhale, gaze comes up, shoulders roll back, you pull belly button to spine, and then you exhale to come down. Again, if you don't have a healthy back, you stick small here. Maybe it's just a few inches lifting and a few inches back down. The goal of swan is not to arch the back. It's to pull belly button to spine as you press up, rolling the shoulders back. If you feel anything in that low back, limit the range of motion or widen the legs. If you're moving into a full swan dive, gaze comes down. You're gonna lift those feet up as high as they can go. As you inhale, gaze comes up, the feet come down. As you exhale, you roll forward, feet come up. Inhale as you come up, feet come down. Exhale, feet lift. So just a little bit here, it's like you're rocking on the core there. Perfect, let's do one more. And then pause, back down. We're gonna go into our one leg kick. Options here, you can keep the hands under shoulders, or you can cross your forearms and just have your head down. I think the full version is on the forearms like this. All right. Pubic bone down, belly button to spine, shoulders out of the ears. Right toe kicks in towards the glute. Flex the foot, point the toe back. Left toe kicks in towards the glute. Flex the foot, point the toe back away. So it's a point, flex, point, point, flex, point. As you do this, you should find the glutes pressing that pubic bone down. Perfect, you guys, look good. Our single leg kick. One more like this, each direction. Perfect. All right, we're gonna move into our double leg kick. You can always go back to the single leg if that works better for you. You're gonna lay one cheek down. So I'm on my right cheek, and then I'm gonna take the hands back behind. Hands are behind my back. They're kind of, I'm just holding my hands together. Legs together. It's gonna be a kick, kick, open into extension, reach the hands and head away from each other, over to the other side. Left cheek down, it's a kick, 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 reach into that extension, switch to the other side. Kick, 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 reach. As you come down, place your head down. Don't just flop back down. I'm gonna do one more each direction. Perfect, and then hands can come down. Let's press back into a child's pose. This is a good place if you want to grab a drink of water before we go into our next exercise. Perfect, okay. we're gonna go into our next one, which is neck pull. So it's gonna be combining that, the roll up and roll down, but you're not gonna have the hands. Hands are gonna be behind the head, so it's gonna be a little bit more challenging. If you wanna just do the roll up and roll down, that would be your modification. So option one is to just go through some roll ups, finding the core. Option two, hands come behind head, elbows wide. You're gonna hinge back, hold, inhale, exhale, nice and slow. C-curve all the way down. Inhale, exhale, chin to chest. You don't have the hands here. It's gonna be more challenging. You can always reach for the thighs if you need. You're gonna come up into that roll up, forward folding, and then find some extension as you stack back up nice and tall. Inhale. Two more like this. It's a hinge back. Find the core. C-curve, nice and slow, all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. You can reach the hands if you need. You forward scoop up, all the way back up to stacked. Last one, inhale. Exhale to hinge back. Inhale. Exhale, slowly scoop. One bone at a time down. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Coming up into that roll up, you forward fold and stack back up nice and tall. Good job, guys. Shake it out. Take a big inhale and an exhale. I'm going to give two options for the next one. We're going to lay all the way down. We're going to go into our scissors here. So, options for scissors. You can keep your head down or you can come into a chest lift. I'm gonna do scissors twice. So we're gonna do it the normal way, and then I'm gonna add on inverted scissors, which is the more advanced Joseph Pilates scissors. So, right leg up at 90, left leg at 45. Hand comes to the thigh or the calf, elbows wide. It's a pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse, switch. Option one is head down. Option two, you come up into that chest lift. The leg comes to the hands, and the legs are almost brushing by each other, so they're not super wide. It's again that opposition, that pull and push, that reaching in length. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it on down, take an inhale and an exhale. We're gonna do another set like that. Option to do what we were just doing. If you wanna add on the classic Joseph Pilates scissors, is you're gonna take your hips up and you're gonna hold your hips up. Then you move into your scissors. It's a pulse, pulse, switch, pulse, pulse, switch. Holding your hips up. Again, you can keep the hips down and do the original version. This is the more advanced. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully roll back down. Take a big inhale and an exhale. We're going to go into bicycle next. So, hands to the mat. One leg up at 90. Left leg will be in a tabletop position. And then we draw those bicycle shapes here. So, like you're pedaling a bicycle. Perfect. If you want to add a chest lift, hands can come behind the head as you bicycle here. Not required. And we reverse. Reverse those bicycles. Breathing in, breathing out. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it back down. You can do one more set of that, just like the way we just did it. Or again, we're gonna go into that inverted position. The classic exercise would be to lift up the hips, hands come underneath those hips, legs come up, and then you go into a bicycle up in this inverted position in one direction. Reverse, we go the other direction. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it all the way down. Take a big inhale and an exhale. Good job, guys. Some of you guys are trying it out. That's awesome. Again, all of these exercises are for if you've got a super healthy back. All right. Our next one, we're going into a shoulder bridge. Find a neutral spine position. Knees are bent, feet flat. Inhale, exhale, imprint the spine down, then lift the hips one bone at a time all the way up. Squeeze the glutes at the top. Inhale, exhale, C-curve scoop. One bone at a time all the way down. Continue like this. Just a few shoulder bridges here. And Joseph Pilates does the high bridge, so really lifting those hips up high, squeezing those glutes, and lowering back all the way down. A few more like this. Nice articulation, lifting those hips nice and high. All the way back down. Let's do one more like this. Finding those glutes at the top, kneecap shoot away, press into the big toe. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow, C-curve back down. Get a nice little hamstring stretch. With that shoulder bridge, you can always add on the single leg work, different variations. All right, pressing ourselves or rolling ourselves back up to seated. Legs are gonna go about hip distance apart again. We're going into our spine twist. Hands come out to a T, palms down. Again, this is gonna be from the spine and up and over here. It's not the arms. Inhale, exhale, up, over, twist. Pulse, pulse. Back to center. Up, over, twist, twist. It's a little pulse. So keep the heels grounded, keep the sits bones pressing down into the mat as you find that up and over, that twist of the core. We're gonna do one more each direction. And then bring it back to center, nice big shoulder roll. We're gonna roll all the way back down to the mat. Again, take a drink of water if you need. The next one we're going into is jackknife. So it's another one of these rollover exercises. You want a modification, you can stick with those roll-ups. You can go into some crunches, or you can go into what I showed earlier, that little reverse curl where you're just tucking, finding that reverse curl here. That's a good warm-up until you can get all the way over into the roll over situation. So, jackknife. You can always start with knees bent. That would need a modification. Otherwise, we're gonna inhale, exhale. You're gonna roll up and over. Once you're over, you're gonna reach those feet towards the ceiling, trying to keep the hips directly over. Inhale, exhale, C-curve roll all the way back down. Again, you can stick with any of those modifications. You can start in tabletop or knees bent if that's easier. Inhale, exhale. It's an up and over. Once you find that up and over, don't go to the neck, you're on the shoulders. Legs reach up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow. Roll back down. I'm gonna do one more like this. Inhale, exhale, up and over. And then trying to keep everything same position. Those legs reach up towards the ceiling. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow. All the way back down. Good job, guys. All right, we're gonna go into our side kick. So you'll turn onto your sides. Options when we do our sideline work could be laid all the way down on your arm, propped up on the elbow or on the forearm, whatever feels more comfortable to you, but hips and shoulders are stacked. Those legs come out to about a 45-degree bend. When you're in this position, feel like you can lift the side body up off of the mat. So you're pressing the hip and down. You're feeling like you can lift up, reach that leg up. It's gonna be a point forward, flex back. It's our side kick here. Again, feeling like you can lift that side body up. As you control this here, try not to let the body sway forward and backward. Looks good. Again, there's lots of variations you can do with this. In the classic, it's just this side kick here. Let's do one more like this. And then return back to start. We're gonna do the other side, so you just turn around, or you can flip around on your mat, whatever feels best for you. Again, feel like that side body can lift up. Hips and shoulders are stacked, lifting up that top leg. It's a brush forward and a flex back. Keeping it hip height, using your core to control here. Looks good, guys. You're using that top glute, you're using your core. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's do 2 more like this. Last one. And pause it back at center. All right, we're gonna come laying all the way back down on our backs again. So I'm flipping around, but either way for you, you're gonna be on your back. The next exercise is teaser. So again, there are modifications for your teaser here. Option 1 I'm going to show is right leg to tabletop, left knee is nice and bent. Arms come up overhead. You're going to, I'm going to take left leg straight. So right leg to table, left leg straight. When you're ready, inhale. Exhale. You're going to just roll up into that teaser position. I can fix it. And then you'll come back down. Perfect. So I'm just going to fix the camera real quick, and we'll go into that teaser. I'm going to go over to the other side. Right leg is out to straight, left leg is at tabletop. Arms come up overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Chin to chest, reach that leg to 45 into that half teaser, and then scoot back down nice and controlled. 2 more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Pressing up into that teaser, reaching. V-sit. Back down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Pressing back up into that V-sit and coming back down. We're going to do one more set of this. So you can stick with what we were just doing. Option 1, legs to tabletop as you go into that V-sit. Option 2, legs are down to the mat, arms straight up to 90. Inhale. It's going to be an exhale coming up into that V-sit position, reaching arms and legs, and then scooping back down. Again, modification is tabletop. Inhale. Exhale, reaching up, toes and legs, reach into that V-sit. Coming back down, last one, I'm going to do full version, legs straight. Inhale, exhale, coming up into that V-sit, reaching the legs and toes. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down, take a big stretch. Let the knees sway side to side, if that feels good for you. All right, we're gonna go into our hip twist. So you're gonna come up to the forearms. When you're on the forearms, here are 2 options. Legs in tabletop, drawing those little circles in each direction. If you want the more advanced, it's legs straight, little corkscrew each way. Using your core, breathing in, breathing out, zip those legs together. We're going to do one more each direction. And then set it down, take a big inhale and an exhale. We're going to go into our swimming, so back again, prone on our bellies. 2 options here. Option 1, you keep your forearms down, head on the hands. You go into your swimming. If you want to add on, arms will go straight out in front. That is the more advanced option. Right leg, left arm lift, lower, right arm, left leg, lift, lower. It's going to be a lift, 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 lift. We pick up the pace, kick, 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 kick. Swimming arms, swimming legs, reach the toes and fingertips in opposition. Keep the shoulders down, gaze down. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press on back, child's pose position. All right, we're going into leg pull. Modification, you're just gonna hold your straight arm plank or any plank version. If you're adding on leg pull, you find your straight arm plank, lifting the right heel, set it down, lift the left heel, set it down. It's our leg pull in our straight arm plank. Looks good, guys. Breathing in, breathing out. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. We're going right into leg pull front. It's gonna be a reverse plank. Fingertips can go forward or backward, whatever feels best for you. Modification, just find that reverse plank and hold if you're adding on leg pull front. Reaching those legs up and down. Nice and strong, collarbone open, belly button to spine. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it on down. Roll out the wrists, take a big forward fold. All right. We're gonna go into our side kick kneeling. So it's gonna look like a side plank here. You're gonna have bottom knee down. Arm is, wrist is under shoulder, and then the leg will be extended. Top arm is up. You lift that leg. Same thing we did before, brushing forward and backward. Side kick kneeling. Looks good, guys. Try to use your core to keep the top half still. Modification, you can just hold here. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Before we go to the other side, I'm going to do the next exercise because we're already on this side, just for time's sake. So bottom arm stays down. I'm going to stack the legs. So the top leg, the foot is right in front of the bottom foot. So I have foot flat right in front of that bottom foot. And again, you may have to adjust where you are. We're going to a side bend here. Top arm comes up. You're going to press up and over into that side bend, and then coming back down. So again, adjust where the feet or the arm is if you need to adjust. We're going to do 2 more on this side. You can always keep the bottom knee down as a modification. Last one. Perfect. Other side. Side kick kneeling to start. Bottom knee stays down. I'm sweating today with this one. Breathing in, breathing out, nice and controlled. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, going into that side bend. Front foot is, top foot is in front. Up arm, you want to have this nice and strong here. Inhale, exhale, up and over, nice side bend. Inhaling back down. Try to control it down. 2 more. Last one. Perfect. All right, roll out your wrists. Let's see what we're gonna have time for. We got 6 more minutes. Think we can do it. We're gonna go into boomerang. This one's complicated, a lot of moving parts here. So if it gets too complicated, just go back into your roll down, roll up. All right. There's gonna be a rollover involved here. So start arms out in front. Let me see here. We're gonna start arms in front. We're gonna inhale. Exhale, up and over, palms come down, legs reach up and back. Inhale, exhale, separate the legs, come all the way down. As you come up, you push forward, reaching the arms back behind. Arms windmill back into front. Inhale, exhale to stack back up nice and tall. into our rollover. Inhale, exhale, palms come down, reaching up and over. Separate the legs, we're coming all the way down. As we come down, we reach up and back, coming forward, arms come in front. Inhale to stack back up. Last one here. Rolling up and over. As you roll down, hands are gonna come back behind. Feet come down, head comes forward, and you stack back up, nice and tall. Going into seal. It's gonna be like our rolling like a ball, but we're gonna add a modification or add some on. So for seal, your hands wrap around the ankles. My arms are on the inside of my knees. Modification, you just hold here. If you're adding on, it's a rolling like a ball. Roll back, forward, click the heels together 3 times. Roll back, forward, click the heels together 3 times. In the classic seal, you're supposed to bark as you click the heels, but that is up to you. Let's do one more like this. And forward fold, take a big inhale and an exhale. The next exercise is crab. I never do crab in my classes because it does have you go back onto your neck, and I just don't think that's healthy for anybody's neck. So we're gonna go into rocking next. Coming prone on our bellies. Option to just reach back and hold here. This is our modification, just trying to reach back for those feet. If you're adding on, you're gonna add some rocking on. Puff up through the chest. You're gonna inhale and exhale, rolling onto the core, pulling the toes. So you're really pulling as you find that breath here. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. 2 more and we're done, guys. Last one. 2 more. We're gonna go control balance all the way back on your back. Modification's gonna be that roll over. This one is pretty challenging. So you could always go back to a jackknife, a roll over. I'm only gonna do this one twice. So hands to the mat, legs straight out in front. Inhale. It's gonna be an exhale. Come up and over, hold. You're gonna try to get your toes down towards the ground. Right leg is gonna reach up and back down. Left leg reaches up and back down. So you're trying to control balance here. 1 more each way. And then roll it back down. Last one here. Legs come out in front. Inhale. Exhale, up and over. Try to get those toes to the ground. One leg comes up and back down. Other leg comes up and back down. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way back down. We're gonna finish with everybody's favorite, some push-ups. So we're gonna stand all the way up. If you don't wanna add those push-ups, we're gonna be flowing through some roll downs. So kind of cooling down here. We're gonna walk out to some push-ups, but if you'd rather just find some roll downs, you can just find that here. Inhaling back up and finding a nice roll up and roll down. All right, inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Walk yourself on out to your push-up. We're gonna do 3 push-ups here. 1, 2, 3. Walk feet in towards the hands in towards the feet. Inhale, exhale. Roll all the way up. Last one here. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Walk yourself on out. 3 push-ups here. Nice and controlled. You can always take the knees down. And then walk your hands in towards the feet. Inhale. Exhale, roll all the way up. 1 bone at a time. Let's finish with some roll-ups, roll-downs. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over to one side. Nice stretch. Catch your breath. Back to center. Up and over to the other side. Back to center. Exhale, hands away. Inhale, hands up. Up and over, hold. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Sway side to side if that feels good. Pause your movement. Inhale, exhale, slowly roll up. One bone at a time. Last one here. Inhale up. Exhale, little back bend. Gaze comes up. Inhale, exhale, hands away. Inhale, arms up. Down to heart center. You guys are all set. Thank you guys so much. Again, we only do this one every